Hey there! In this video, I just wanted to quickly jump on and talk to you a little bit about building strength, why it's important, and how we go about doing that. First of all then, why is being stronger important? Obviously, the first thing is it's going to help us increase our muscle mass, which is going to obviously make workouts and those other things in life a little bit easier, getting up the stairs, that kind of stuff. But that's also going to make us look a lot better. So the higher muscle mass we have, it'll help us decrease the levels of fat we have also. So we're going to look better with our tops off at the beach, that kind of thing. The other important thing in terms of sort of health benefits is obviously that it improves our bone density. If we're carrying extra load, our bones get stronger, so that prevents us from later sort of osteo diseases later on in life. Now, the important thing though is how do we go about doing that? Now obviously, when we're building strength, we need to be able to, it may sound obvious, but in order to build strength, we need to lift heavy weights. Now usually the sort of rep ranges we have that are sort of building strength rep ranges are usually sort of between kind of 3 up towards maybe 6 to 8 reps as a kind of maximum for sort of 4 or 5 total sets. That gives us about 20 to 30, 20 to 40 total number of repetitions in each kind of working sort of workout that we do, okay? Now, the important thing here is, and what I want to talk to you on this video about, is what we call relative maxes, okay? And making sure that within each rep range, we're working at a high enough percentage and a high enough intensity in order to see some strength benefits. So, we have a chart here which has our reps from 1 to 10 and the percentages of 1RM that it's likely going to be that rep max. Now this thing has been widely studied, so we're pretty confident in our accuracy of it. So just to kind of run down, obviously your 1 rep number of repetitions there is obviously going to be 100% of your 1RM. So that's the most that you can do for 1 rep in any sort of exercise. 2 reps then, we see that as 95%, 3 is 93%, 4 is going to be 90% of your 1RM, 5 is then 87%, 6 is going to be 85, 7, 83, 8, 80, 9, 77%, and then 10, 75%. Now, once you've figured out each of those, you can then look to work through your strength building percentage within those rep ranges. So as we can see here, in order to see strength gains, we need to be working at least 85% of that relative max. So, for example, if I chose the workout that we're going to do is going to be 5 sets of 5 on the back squat, say. We know that first of all we need to work out what our 5RM would be. So that's obviously 80% of our 100, our 1RM. Now that's just for simple maths. Let's make our 1RM here 100. If we take 87% of that, so it's going to be 87. What we then want to do is obviously take 85% of that to make sure that all our sets are above that level. That way then we know that we're building strength. Okay? So if we take 85 of 87, I think it's around about 76. So we know then that we should be looking to try and hit 76 kilos and above for those 5 sets. Now, the way you would then do that across those 5 sets is that you would start at 76 maybe, and then take small jumps, so maybe sort of 2-3 kilos at a time, which works out obviously to about 2 or 3%, which is usually what we would suggest when building up through those sets. Okay, now, depending on how strong we are, obviously changes how much the percentage that is. I would say never go more than kind of a 5% jump in between sets. So for example, if your 1RM back squat is 30 kilos and you take a 3 kilo jump, that's a 10% increase. That's going to be quite a lot. Okay, so look to go a little bit smaller, maybe those 1, 2 kilos instead, that kind of thing. Okay. That though guys is how we can make sure that we're maximizing that session and we're going to be building strength across all those sets. This is something that I think you can really take forward into your training and it's going to allow you to just kind of have a better understanding of where you should be at on each sort of session. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you on the next one.